monuments, and so on. Well, we shall try to do everything to know Britain inside. And to do this, we shall use the map, not the blackboard, the whiteboard, how did you call, we call it, or starboard, internet. And how did I say, our lesson is unusual. And to do it, we shall have, but if you let us imagine that you are pupils, my pupils, and I'm a teacher, okay? You're right. Well, thank you. And now, to begin our lesson, you have to open your copy. Prepare to open it. You must have your copies and write down everything you managed to know during our lesson. And at the end of the lesson, you will have to fill in the table. The table that I will give you just now. This is the table. The table. How do we explore ancient Britain? Everybody of you will have it. And try this. Then at first write down in your copybooks, in your exercises, notes about what have you managed to know at the lesson. Then fill in this table. This will be your work at the lesson. Then it may be your work at home. Okay? You are my pupils, so I image that you are my boys, my girls, my pupils, and I am your teacher. Please try to act as if you are really my boys and girls, my pupils. Okay? Well, good morning, boys and girls. I'm glad to see you at our lesson. Well, I see everybody is present. Everybody is present, and I do not need to ask the people on duty who is absent, okay? And about the weather, we don't need to speak about the weather because the weather is fine. The sun is shining brightly and it is warm. And you are merry and healthy. And we just let us begin our lesson. And, well, the theme of our lesson is around ancient Britain. This is the theme, around ancient Britain. The aim of the lesson is to teach everything we know about the ancient Britain, about the legends, history, monuments, science, tradition, and so on. And we shall share our knowledge in present perfect tense. Well, when we hear the word ancient Britain, we imagine the word, such words, legends, traditions, castles, mysteries, monarchy, kings, queens, and knights. Okay? Let us repeat all together. Traditions, all together. Legends, castles, monarchy, kings, queens, knights, mysteries. Okay, thank you. You are very good people. And let us repeat some words to find ourselves in Britain. Well, okay. Repeat after me all together, please. I've never been to Britain. All together. I've never been to Britain. I've never seen Stonehenge. I've never walked in London to cross the Tower Bridge. I've never I never sailed across the sea or been to Buckingham Palace. I've only seen the Book of Wonders. I've only seen the girl in Book of Wonders, whose name was Alice. I've never visited ancient castles or listened to their stories. and never collected legends to keep in mankind's memorials. Well, and now please open your copybooks and try to write down everything you see and then blackboard, okay? How clever of you to be just in the south of England. It's Stonehenge, 15 kilometers from Salisbury. From our books, from history, from books, from newspaper magazines, we know that it's a historical monument. Stone monuments that was built by Greeks in ancient times. And you see the Stonehenge, the stone circles, the big and little stone, and the same stone, but there we see some people, okay? They are Druids, dressed in white, they are Druids. And they are at their traditional festivals. You see, well, how do they use, what do they say about this, what do the British say about this monument? Well, some say that this is some kind of, calendar, and Druids and the people define when the start, the month and the season begin. And there's another sort of newspapers, and they tell us about that this is some kind of computer, okay? They try to define the movement of the stars and planets on the sky. In ancient times, they did it in ancient times. Okay, some would say that this is some kind of market, and the people gather there to sell their thing. Some would say it's observatory. Some would say that it's some kind of computer. And we don't know. It's legend. It's legend, okay? Well, then, and on the 24th of June, every year, and just exact on the 24th of June, the sun shines over this stone, hill stone. It is called hill stone. It is the 24th of June, and that day, the Druids, well, it's a society. Some kind of society, they gather there and present their show, their festival. I don't know what they do there, but they do it every year on the 24th of June. It's the longest day of the way, and it's the beginning of summer, okay? Then let us go on. Let us go on and continue our lesson. And our next branch is science, and everything what is connected with this branch. And the first that comes to my mind is Oxford. Oxford, it is a city of the most beautiful city of England. But there are some other cities where they are situated, universities and institutes, but it's the most beautiful and the ancient city where was built the first university. The first university in ancient Britain. Why do they call it? Why do I tell about this city? Well, Henry III, it was the most enlightened monarch of Britain. And in his time, he made his flights to go to Paris to get education. Because without education, he can't. The monarchy cannot exist without educated people, and he wanted his blacks to be educated. So he sent them to Paris. And the blacks thought, why or shall we go to Paris and not to study, to have a university or school or an institute in our land? And they began to build a university and educational centers there in Oxford. And so did they do. And here, the city of education, the Oxford City, and one thing, dear friends, there are 35 schools, colleges here in Oxford, in the city. There are about 35 schools, colleges, and about 5 halls. That means institutes, universities, and colleges. Okay, and it's a very beautiful city. I mean, the architecture and its historical monuments. There's about 900 buildings and historical monuments on 1 square mile in the city. That is what is the most beautiful city of England or Britain. Let's go on. The next branch. Oh, here you see it. This is Oxford, same. And our next branch. Our next branch is about the legendary heroes. The first about whom I'm going to tell you is King Arthur. King Arthur. You have heard about him. It's a rather brave and rather educated king of Britain. Well, he was brought up by Merlin, a Celtic magician. It was the period of England when there was no king. All the king died, and there was no king. It was a short period of the history of Great Britain, and they had to choose the king, and all the knights and the royal family and the members of the royal family wanted to be a king, but the magician Merlin said, that man will be the king of Britain who can pull off the sword out of the rock. And at that time, King Arthur was only 5 years old. Everybody tried to pull that sword out of the rock, but nobody could. You will see it. This is King Arthur. Oh, I'm sorry. This is King Arthur, and that is sword in the rock. Only King Arthur could pull off the sword out of the rock. Okay? And the name of this sword is Excalibur. So he became the king of Great Britain. And there's a legend that he died. He was died in England and was buried in Tintingale. It's his monastery. It is named after his name. And another legend. This is Lady Godiva, the most beautiful, kind, and woman of England. She was the wife of ruler of Coventry. It's one of the British cities, one of the greatest British cities. She was the woman of the ruler. His name was Leofric, the ruler of Coventry. It was a selfish ruler of Coventry, and she was a kind woman. She asked his husband, to lower the taxes that to get from the people of Coventry. But Leofric laughed. He did not listen to him. He said, it's not your business, it's not your affair. But she asked one more and more. And at last he said, I'm agree, I shall lower the taxes if you ride naked on the horse in the city. And she thought, and she agreed. There are two legends about this event. She had black long hair, and when one legend, she had ridden on the horse and went to the city, and she was covered with her long and beautiful and black hair. Nobody could see her body. Nobody could see. And the second legend is that she asked her citizens to shut the doors and windows, so they could not see her naked. Okay? And by the second legend, everybody have shut the doors and windows. But one man, Thomas by name, looked out of the window. He wanted to see her neck. And at that moment he became blind. He could not see anymore the sight of the day. That's the legend. And let us go on. Well, who haven't heard about the legendary hero, legendary Robin Hood? Everybody here. Everybody have seen the films about Robin Hood, okay? And he was a real person. And he lived and he acted in Sherwood Forest in Nottingham. At that time, England, Great Britain had there was great forest. A great forest. It was covered with a great forest, England, with Great Britain. And Robin Hood and his man lived in the forest. We know that he robbed the rich to give it to poor. Not for himself, but to give to poor. That is why he lived and he wasn't caught for a long time. And how the legend say, he lived on that major oak. It's his headquarters. It was his headquarters. It is still alive, this tree. The greatest part of the forest was cut down. It did not exist anymore. But there is some part of the forest, and there is the major oak, the headquarters of Robin Hood and his men. And this is. It's some kind of reservation now. The British take care, look for, and try to remain where everything that is connected with the history of their country. Here he is, Robin Hood, his man. His wife Maid Marian, okay? She is a very beautiful and kind woman, I think. And you see once more, the major oak. And the next, a statue for Robin Hood. So Robin Hood stands on Robin Hood's grave at the foot of Nottingham Castle. It's a statue for Robin Hood. A real man. He was a real man. He was a real hero. There were another robbers too, but he was a real man. He robbed to give it to the poor. Another branch of our branches of Westminster, and first site connected with it, Westminster Abbey. Westminster Abbey. It's which was founded in 1050 as a monastery. All the kings and queens of Britain were crowned here. They became kings here. They were crowned here. Okay? It was a monastery where all the kings of Britain were crowned. They put the crown on their head and they became kings. The queens so do. And they, by the legend that we know that the kings, the queens, and the members of the royal families are buried here, are buried under this Westminster Abbey, on the foundation of this abbey. And there are buried also the famous people of Britain. So Newton, Darwin, Watt, and so on. They are buried here. They have put the big, contribution into the development of the country or the state. So they are buried here in this Westminster Abbey. Well, the next branch, it's Tower Bridge. It's Tower. One more site connected with the one is the Tower of London. It connects the two banks of the River of Thames. Okay, it's situated on the Thames. It was built on the fort of Romans. It was built on the fort of Romans, and it was the first palace. Then it was the mint of the house of mint, the treasury, and it was a prison. And now it is a museum of the history of kingdom, of the great kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Okay, and there is one legend connected with that tower. On that tower here, I think there's a big figure, the god, who takes care of the roof of the castle. And we know that there live ravens on this castle. And he takes care of the ravens. He feeds them. Why? Well, in old time, when it was the palace of the king of Great Britain, the god were sleeping, and his enemies wanted to kill the king, and that bird, the ravens, that made noise and wake up the gods, and they met them, and they were arrested. They were killed. So, in the honor of that event, they feed the ravens. And there is, the British say that the Great Britain will exist till the time when the ravens go away from the tower. Okay? So they honor the ravens. The historical monument, okay. And now it's, how did it say? It's a museum. And another place connected with the royal family. It's Windsor Castle. It's the residence of the kings and queens of Great Britain. There they lived. They were born. They lived there. They lived and lived there. This is the residence of the Elizabeth II. Elizabeth II. So it's a historic monument. It's a great historic monument. It's a beautiful, it's the most beautiful, castle, fortress. You may say, we may say anywhere. It suits to it. The anywhere suits to it. And you see, it's outside of the castle, and this outside and inside of the castle. You see how beautiful it is. Nobody could go into visit. Nobody could. It's private life. Private. It's home. It's your residence. And nobody. Public could not go there and see inside of the castle. And the next thing, and the present residence, the Buckingham Palace. White, you see, made of marble, white marble. And you see people in front of the palace, okay? They have come there to see something, I will say later. You see, this is the same, and just some nearby than that one. That inside of the palace, and so nobody can visit the inside part of the palace. And there is one thing that is connected with that place, that palace. Before, in front of the palace, every day, exact at 12:30, 11:30, takes place a ceremonial, changing the gods. One god, or during the ceremonial, one god give the keys of the palace to another. And a lot of students, visitors, and also from Russia or from every country that are here in London, they try to see this ceremonial. It's a very beautiful ceremony because of their clothes. They are wear as they were wear in ancient time. They are wear in that form. That is why everybody who visit London try to see this ceremonial. And now please, one more thing about the Buckingham Palace. This is a residence of the Queen. And to be a queen is not, being a queen is not an easy job. She had to visit, to see ambassadors, judges, and famous people. She has to visit to another countries. She had to read letters. Every week she gets about 1,000 letters. It's not an easy job to do such work, but she did it. But she does it with, I may say so. And shall I say what? I not what I can want to still. I say one more thing. Well, now please. There is one little dialogue between the tourists that came to England to visit the palace, and the dialogue between them. I shall read it. Russian tourists, about the Russian tourists. Russian tourists, where have you been? I've been to Britain to look at the Queen, Russian tourists, what did you do there? I saw ancient monuments to study to compare. Russian tourists, why did you go there? Among traditional legends, any time well to spare. No, they say that it's easy to try to spend the time, to spend the time, okay? Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our time is over. We are very good pupils. You work brilliantly, and I give you very good marks. You are very quiet, very attentive, okay? And I give you 5. Thank you very much. And you have work. next lesson is, your half after the lesson is, to fill in the tables. You check your notes, write down the table, and prepare to the next lesson. And I say, I would like to add something. Well, it's one project. It's my project about ancient Britain. I could, show you paper, pictures, science, and so on. There is a printer, there is a computer, I could do it, but I didn't want to waste the paper. There is too much material about ancient Britain, but I did it because of my pupils. There are about 8 and 9 pupils at all at the lesson, at the form, in our class, in our school, okay? And I think that it is more than that, more for them to have this, every pupil in the class prepare the material, and they go do this and answer. And there is material for 8 pupils, and I could do material for 20 pupils, but you see, I cannot do it because I have no pupils. I have only 8 pupils. So did I. Okay? And I didn't do the papers, the pictures, and so on because I think it's a waste of paper. If you have travel card, okay? Travel card, that means okay? If you have travel card, I shall put this project and the other one that I have in my computer. I will get you. I will give it to you. Okay? Well, and the next lesson, and my next project is, I have not finished it. It is my project about poetry. The beauty of poetry is the beauty of language. And I will prepare it, and I shall finish it later. There is some kind of, let's say, week dedicated of the language at school. And at that moment, at that period, I shall teach this lesson to the people. They will prepare, and I shall teach them. If you want to visit, to see, you're welcome. Thank you very much. Goodbye. You are free.
I want to share my experience with all of you. I regret I had little time to prepare for this lesson. I became a grandmother. I have a wonderful grandson, and I was in Makhachkala. Thank you very much. I was in Makhachkala, we had Mavlid, and then I caught a slight cold, and I'm still, I'm sorry, I feel still a little bit
Don't worry.
I don't feel myself very well just now, you see? I have no opportunity to prepare a special lesson, and so I decided to show you some extracts of my own lessons, and so welcome, look.
I'm from London. Great Britain.
Yes.
Great Britain consists of 4 parts: England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. The capital of Great Britain is London. It is situated on the River Thames. It is a very old and beautiful city. There are a lot of nice places of interest in it. The Houses of Parliament with Big Ben, Westminster Abbey, Trafalgar Square, and many others. I love my London.
Yes, thank you very much. Now please, Tom, you are from America, from the USA. Tell us about your country, please.
The United States of America is the world's fourth largest country. There are 50 states in the country. America is world's largest by Pacific and largest country.
It is washed by Pacific
Pacific
Ocean
and Atlantic Ocean.
Yes.
America is there are a lot of rivers, mountains, canyons, valleys in the USA. The capital of the USA is Washington.
Yes.
It is
Very important.
It is a very important in city of America.
Of America, yes. Thank you very much. Now, Enrique, you are from Spain. Tell us about your country.
And Spain. It is situated on the west of Europe. It is washed by Mediterranean Sea and Atlantic Ocean. The climate is mild and warm. There are a lot of resorts in Spain. A lot of people come here to have a rest. The capital of Spain is Madrid. It is very old and beautiful city.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Kurt, you are from Finland. Tell us about your country. Here.
Finland is in the north of Europe. It is cold in winter and warm in summer in Finland.
There are a lot of
There
snow.
are a lot of snow and we like to skate, to
Play.
play snowball. Our hockey club and swimming are famous
All over the world.
all the world. Helsinki is the capital of Finland. I'm
proud of your country. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for your presentations. And now we shall play with the ball. Let's play with the ball. I'll ask you different questions and you will answer my questions. Now the first question. What is the name of the country we live, or of the planet, we live on? What is the name of the planet we live on, please? No. The Earth, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now please say, how many continents are there in the world? How many continents, please? 6, yes. Thank you. Now please say, what separates the continents from each other? What separates, please?
Ocean and seas.
Yes, oceans and seas. Now please say, what languages do people speak in the world? What languages do people speak? Please?
Different languages.
Different languages, yes. Now say, what is the largest country in the world? Please, Shamil? Yes, Russia. And what is the smallest country in the world? What is the smallest country in the world?
Vatican.
Vatican, yes, okay. Now, what city is the capital of Russia? What is the capital of Russia? The capital of Russia, Rasul?
Moscow.
Moscow, yes. Now, what is the capital of Italy? What is the capital of Italy?
Rome.
Rome, yes. What is the capital of Spain? Of Spain, Rasul? Yes, Madrid, okay. Now please say, how many states are there in the USA? How many states? 50, yes, 50. And what is the longest river in the USA? What is the longest river?
The Mississippi.
The Mississippi, yes, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we are a little tired. Now let us have a short break, a concert. Мы сейчас немножко отдохнем. Now, Agata, you are from Germany. Now please, recite a poem in German.
So liebe Minute, ich kann eine Frau, sie ist die allerbeste, das was kann genau.
Yes, это она прочитала нам на немецком языке. Now, Joe, you are from France. Tell a few words in French.
Je me lève et je me lave, je me brosse les dents, je me baigne et je râle comme un bon moment.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Now, Tom, you are from America. Tell a few words in English.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Yes, thank you very much. Now, Betty, sing a song in English, please.
Put your hands up in the air and shake your booties round. Everybody toes and turn around. Hands way up high, hands way up low. Stand what you feel and jump, jump, jump.
Thank you very much. Now, please, let's sing a nice song together. Come here, please, and let us sing a song together. Now, now, thank you very much. Now, children, I have got an interesting test. Some interesting tests for you. Now, look at the blackboard and make up sentences. Make up sentences. Look here and you work, please, and then we shall check. Посмотрите на набор слов и составьте предложение, пожалуйста, письменно.
What season is it now? Adam, it's winter. It is winter.
Okay.
What does the weather like today? I know.
Зайна, пожалуйста, она сказала. It's good. That's right. Now, please, thank you. Take your seat. Какой предлог? In. Смотри. Так, хорошо. Второе. Так, что вы такие сидите? Не бойтесь? Так, пожалуйста, Шамила. Задание к этому упражнению. Это задание сейчас будет у нас на доске. Нам нужно по этому тексту из двух вариантов выбрать правильный и вставить сюда вместо пропусков. Понятно задание? Так, хорошо. Итак, первое. Так, ну как же может... Значит, в Англии дома обычно... Так, хорошо. In England, they gardens.
Like,
Обставлять гостиную комнату, а занять Адам Раджаб детскую комнату. Какую комнату?
Так, чуть пошустрее.
Table on the left.
Где у нас стол стоит?
There's a table on the middle.
In the middle of the room.
Then There are blue curtains on the window.
Window. That's right. Thank you very much. Okay. Делали, да? Наша задача была обставить дом Буратино. Мы, значит, его обставили. Закончить. Я бы хотела урок английской поговоркой. Man makes house and woman makes home. Мужчина строит дом, а женщина уют в нем. Так, посчитайте, пожалуйста, свои карточки. Может быть, я и забывала время от времени раздавать. Так, 7 карточек у тебя? 7. Так, ребята, мы с вами быстренько проведем фонетическую зарядку. Готовы все слушать и повторять за диктором? Да. Пожалуйста.
Bird, girl, birch, nurse, you, tulip, student, pupil, I, dry, fry, cry, try, fly, owl, cow, now, brown, town, down, low, slow, yellow.
Вместе с диктором пропоем песенку One Cat, Two Cats.
Номер 190 к заданию 7. One cat, two cats.
One cat, two cats, three cats, four cats, five cats, 6, 7, 8, 9 cats, 10 cats, 11 cats, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 cats. 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs, 4 dogs, 5 dogs, 6, 7, 8, 9 dogs, 10 dogs, 11 dogs, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 dogs.
Exercise 1. Послушай диалоги и вставь в них пропущенные слова и словосочетания. Are you ready?
1. Excuse me, can you help me?
Yes, what's the matter?
I'm reading a text and I don't understand it.
Так, that's right. Now, Adam.
What's the letter?
Okay. Next.
Understand.
Understand. Okay. Now,
It's the text. Can I help you with it?
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
thank you very much.
3.
Okay.
Are you enjoying your lunch?
Yes, it's very good. I like meat. And you?
I like fish. I don't eat meat.
What are you eating?
I'm eating pizza. I like pizza.
Okay. Majid?
I like meat.
Meat. Хорошо. Next. Пожалуйста.
Meat.
Meat. Okay.
Pizza.
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 And the last. This Majid?
Pizza.
Pizza. Так. Okay.
Школьный, хостелі? очень милая.
Рыба. О, мочимся. Прям хамимать.
Match the words. Who wants to begin? Так, please, Ahmed. Стрелочку. Ага. Так, please, Хаджар. Хорошо. Махмуд. Так, ага. Так, гадай. Хорошо, Шарапудин. Ага. Да, хорошо. И Каримова, пожалуйста. Каримова. Так, хорошо, хорошо. Пожалуйста, Ахмед. Yes, yes, that's right. Thank you. Yes. Значит, сейчас на экране вы увидите упражнение. Вам нужно будет вставить предлоги. Insert prepositions. Понятно задание? Нужно вам вставить предлоги after, at, through, for, to. Так, посмотрите, пожалуйста. Таких фломастерных вставляем. Стороночку. Look for to. Так, все с ним согласны? Так, хорошо, садись, Олег. Так, пожалуйста, Магомеда. Ну-ка. Хорошо, ну можно было чуть покрупнее написать, хорошо. В стороночку. Фо, хорошо, верно. Yes. Next. Yes, yes. Next sentence. Would you like to look the magazine before I take it? Как вы думаете, какой здесь пропущен предлог? Так, ну-ка, Муртазали. Так, согласны с ним? Нет. А что должно быть? Ну-ка. To look through, that's right. Now please go to the blackboard and write down. Quickly. Yes, that's right. If I can find a copy of the letter. No, Liv. Look through, that's right. Now please come here. Can you fetch that? Yes, yes. No, Murat.
I'm really looking forward to working with you.
With you, that's right, that's right. Now please come here. Yes. I just show you some little extracts of my lesson, which in my mind shows different aspects of my lessons and different kind of work that I try to present in my lessons. It's so beautiful. Thank you for attention.